it's time to dish with D. That's me. It's time for the WW topic du jour and my weekly weigh-in. I said I was not going to weigh in. I was going to take a bye this week because if you've not followed my channel this week, I've been home with not feeling well. I didn't feel totally horrible, but I didn't feel great and I had a slight fever. So it was suggested that I get a COVID-19 test just to, rule out. Plus, I work with children. So yes, I got a COVID-19 test. It was negative, so all good. So, but you never know. That's the world we live in this week. And my eating was horrific because for a split second, I thought, what if I have it? Why am I, so I just started feeling sorry for myself and eating my face off. You know what? I'm not going to sit here and say anything other than I ate my face off. I did. And I willingly ate it. And if I had to do it over again, I'd willingly eat it again. So I always tell you, I own every bit of food that goes in my mouth. And I pretty much, when I do it, I don't sit there and ever say, oh, why'd I do that? I own it. You know what? It makes me normal. I think it makes me human. And I embrace that because I don't want to, I don't want this journey to be about me not having a bad relationship with food. If I have the occasional binge, everybody binges. So why should I punish myself for having a normal human emotion? So yeah, got on the scale today. I was up 1.4, which really, I was shocked. It wasn't more. So I did get weighed. I thought, you know what? I'm going to get weighed. I was going to take a bye because in Weight Watchers at the meetings, you're allowed to have a bye every so often. And they do. You don't have, they'll just put your weight in the previous week. You don't have to get on the scale. And I thought, well, why not do that? But I thought, yeah, I was curious to, cat got the best of me. Curiosity killed the cat and he got on the scale. So yeah, so 1.4, which shockingly I'm happy with. So that puts me over goal by 0.4. I'm 150. Well, not over goal. I'm 156.4. My goal is 156. I still have 1.5 pounds before I'm over a goal. So enough of that. So let's get to the topic, shall we? I know I do not look at this before I come out. So that's why you say, Dee, why do you read it? Because this is the first I'm seeing it. So it's called, what's in green? I don't know what that has anything to do with it. Oh, it does. Create a plant-powered menu. Plant power is probably why the green. Chances are we have a friend who's jumped on the plant-based bandwagon recently, and they're not the only ones. Eating a diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and products derived from plants, like olive oil, almond, or oat milk, has gained some serious traction thanks to its many benefits. A plant-forward diet gives us plenty of protein, fiber, and helps us stay full longer and gives us more variety and tons of flavors. I fall into this category for certain things because if you watch my recipes and my channel, there's a few things I'll throw in there. Like in a scramble, I have these plant-based meat, but they're really low in points. You get a lot and they're actually pretty good and they're very high in protein. So I could have like a 1/4 cup of these crumbles. It's supposed to be like sausage. And for, I don't even think it's a point. I think it's a half a cup for a point. So I have like less than that and it's plenty for my scramble. And it's pretty tasty. I think some people just assume, oh, that's not real meat, I'm not eating it. I always opt for let's try it and then decide. I'm just one of those easygoing people that will try pretty much anything. And if you've watched my channel, yeah, you see me order some really strange things because, sometimes I think they're good and sometimes I don't think they're worth the money. Everything, but there's also like, I'm a big person who likes protein powder. I do. I like to bake with it. I'm a person that likes the Premier Protein drink. I like to make my red oats with it. I know a lot of people don't. I just think it tastes really good and I think it's very filling because a lot of this stuff has higher protein, and we are finding that a higher protein diet keeps you fuller, and people are losing weight with having higher protein. Let me continue on this, but that's my spiel for that. What to do? Oh, I love when they tell you what to do. Build a meal, snack, or even dessert around plant-based ingredients. After you're done, pay attention to how it satisfies you. Didn't I just say that? Wait a minute. How satisfied you are, and plan your next plant. I love almond milk, and I'm now obsessed with cashew milk. If you watch my channel, I say this all the time. I am obsessed with the unsweetened vanilla cashew milk. I've not tried oat milk. I've scanned it. I think it's slightly higher in points, though I don't remember. But that's probably why I haven't tried it. You know, I may try it because you know, Dee tries everything. But number 1, cozy up to chickpeas. Toss them in salads and roast them for a snack. I love chickpeas. I make skinny taste salads with them. Mix the chickpeas with the tuna, some egg, some onion and celery, and like a little vinaigrette. Oh my gosh. I have a video on that somewhere. It's so good. I like to roast them and throw them in salad instead of croutons. And no, I don't count them. Weight Watcher says if you roast chickpeas, you have to count them. I'm not quite sure why they say that, because there's nothing on it. Like, it's not like I'm throwing a ton of olive oil. Most times it's Pam spray and seasoning. So I'm not quite sure why they say that, but I don't count them. If I ate the whole stinking can, I wouldn't count it, but I don't. Like I said, I love to make them and use them as croutons. Gives you, because you want that crunch, and they provide that. Swap black beans for oil in a brownie recipe. You'll never notice. I've made black bean brownies. I need to find a different recipe. I think I used Hungry Girls, and it just wasn't sweet enough. It was a flat taste. I need to, I think, bulk up the sweetness somehow. I definitely thought the texture was fine. It just wasn't. When I want a brownie, I want a nice, sweet brownie. This was more like an unsweetened brownie. I kind of fell flat. So yeah, I need to work on that one. But I did, like I said, the texture was fine, and you didn't know they were in there, but it just had that flatness. Lean on lentils. Did I not make a lentil dip this week? And if you've not made that, Trader Joe's, they might be small, but they are filled with some serious nutrition, and they can turn soup into a hearty meal. I make a vegan, I think it's vegan. I'm not sure. A lentil, chili with lentil. There's no meat in it. It's really good. We all like it here, and it's because of the dates. That's what makes it a little bit pointier, but it's really good. I love lentils. I need to do more with them. I bought a bag of dried red lentils, so I want to do something fun with that. But I love lentils. I love beans. This is, maybe I should go plant-based diet. No. Mix mushrooms with lean ground beef in burgers and meatloaf. I've never thought of mixing it in meatloaf. I love mushrooms. I love mushrooms in my eggs, like mushroom scrambles, stuffed mushrooms, portobellos, and I've not made it yet, and I keep wanting to. I want to, because we always make these stuffed mushrooms, and I want to make stuffed portobellos, like a big portobello mushroom, or like these are that as a pizza base, like for mini pizzas. I've done portobello. If you follow me on Instagram, if you don't, you should. I did a burger and I used a portobello bun. It was life-changing. It's really good. Did I feel like I was missing? It just was so good. And it just, you gotta follow me on Instagram and see all my good stuff. I put most of what I eat on Instagram. It's just easier to throw it up there. Stories, posts, so follow me on Instagram. Think of tofu as blank canvas for tons of flavor. It soaks up marinades. It does. But my one thing when I do tofu is, I don't do it often enough, is wrap it in like a cheesecloth and put a weight on it and get a lot of that moisture out. It'll dry up the texture a little bit. It wouldn't be so, I don't want to use the word gelatinous, but it's a little, spongy. So when you wrap it and then put like weights on it, it gets the water out so that it toughens it up, dries it out, and you could air fry it. You could put it in I've put it in marinades and put it in my toaster oven and got it all like charred. I wouldn't say burnt, I would just say brown. It was delicious. I kid you not. But you have to get that water out of there because it will be too, and I'm a texture person. If it's too, I'm not going to eat it. But yeah, definitely drain your tofu. And some of them will say extra firm. you still have to do it because it's not quite. And they sell tofu presses. You don't need to just wrap it and put like a cast iron pan on it or a pot, some cans of tomato paste. That won't do it. They're this big. Tomato sauce, a big can of collagen chicken broth, some big can. Put on there and it'll help. Do it for a few hours in the fridge. I guess you could leave it out, but I've always done it in the fridge. Perfect. That is it. So yeah, I do a lot of plant-based stuff. Like I said, I do those meat crumbles, which I love. I do. I admit, I really like them mostly in like a scramble. In fact, I'm probably going to go in and have some. Thinking of that. But yes, and I do a lot of the, protein powders and drinks, and I love beans. If you watch my channel, you know I love beans. I am the queen of hummus. Do not be buying your own dessert hummus. You need to make it. And I have a million recipes here on the channel. Well, I should say a million. I got about 6. Really good. The brownie batter. Shut the front door. It's delicious. Let's see what the recipe du jour is. Pumpkin pie butter. 1 point on all plans. In a large bowl with 20 ounce can of pumpkin puree with sweetened powdered almond butter. Oh, I have powdered almond butter. Now, I'm going to sit there and tell you this ahead of time. Powdered almond butter is very flat. It's not as good as the powdered peanut butter. Now, what I think helps it is some salt. When you mix your put a little salt in there. It needs it. And maple syrup, pumpkin pie spice. So 2.5 tablespoons is 1 point. Now, I make if I remember to link it, I just made on the channel here a pumpkin butter. It doesn't quite look as pumpkin-y as this, but it's made with pumpkin, applesauce, seasonings. I don't think there's anything else, but a maple syrup. So I will put the link at one of the sides. I will link that so you guys can make that, and that's 0 points for this amount. 2.5 tablespoons is definitely 0 points. I mean, I think the whole container is 3 points because you only have to count the syrup. No, 1 point. You only have to count the syrup. Applesauce is 0, the pumpkin is 0. So you have to count the 1 point of syrup. So the whole container that you get, which is probably, I'd say 3 cups maybe, is 1 point. So yeah, better deal. I mean, if you want to make this, I will definitely screenshot this if you want to make it. If you're a person that wants to use your unsweetened powdered almond butter and maple syrup and pumpkin pie spice, I will definitely screenshot this. So that is it for me today on the topic du jour. I did enjoy this actually because I like plant-based stuff. I like to try more too. So if you have a recommendation or something I should try, please leave it in the comments section below because I like to try stuff. I do. I admit it. I like to try stuff. And I love beans. But yeah, that's it. Game this week, back on track. I have not been really doing purple very well. When you do purple, you need to eat purple foods. I have not been doing that. So I'm going to get better at it this week, and let's hope for, if no more gains. I'll take the same. I always I love being the same because that's what I go for, the same. So it is what it is. Thank you. If you enjoy these videos, give them a big old thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. And there's a bell. When you hit the bell and the little circles go around, it means you get notified of every time I upload and go live. If you know anybody that would love to hear what Dish with D has to say, please share my video with anybody you think could use it. If you see somebody on Zoom, if you're at a WW meeting, if you see them on Facebook, leaves are falling. Feel free to share my channel. There is a share button right below. You hit share, copy the link, and you can post it wherever your little heart desires. And I don't know what else. I was going to say something else. I don't remember what it was. Thank you for watching. I enjoy these. I enjoy you guys. And I will dish with you another day. Ta-ta.